All right, let me introduce myself. My name is Bryan Ortiz. I'm a junior at Buffalo. I'm an accounting major and a minor in political science. I have my brothers graduated from here and one's attending a college back in Long Island. I've been asked by plenty of students why I wanted to become president. And, well, for years, I started out going on the University of Tennessee, and I also went to Suffolk Community College. And for those schools I've been attending, I saw so many issues being avoided. Because of this, I didn't want for this trend to continue from this school. And also, I want a reasonable president, not a president that acts on emotions, as what happened prior. All right, my platform. There's 4 issues I want to address. One way is the safety conditions in Ellicott and South Campus. I want to put like a security system, a surveillance system throughout the parking lots of the UB housing, especially up in Ellicott after the incident what happened a few weeks ago. Also increase the number of rape prevention vans so students can travel back and forth, without dealing with other, problems like that. Also, in my next issue is reasonable smoking policy. Even though we want a smoke-free campus, it's given a way for our faculty and students to smoke freely throughout campus. But I would make designated places for these smoking areas, such as hospital nursing home has, like bus. You know how you see those bus terminals, where we can have those at just designated smoking areas. It's clean, and you don't see buds all over the place. So it's something I want to push through. Another thing is carpool lots. It's this will save time, gas, and parking spaces, and it's also a good way to stay green. It not so much on students will save money on spending gas, and there'll be so much more spaces for students to park. And another one I want to push through is e-textbooks and rentals. I want to promote the idea of using electronic textbooks to our teachers and students, and this will save money and it will save trees. It's another green idea I have up. I also want to promote more rental textbooks to be available for students. That's pretty much it.
All right. You just want to start the question and answer session then? You have that option? Okay.
Chris. You are the first candidate to start talking about being green, which I support, but what do you think about 24-hour busing then? I mean, 24-hour busing provides students with, it helps out, it's easier to have the buses going. Yeah. However, at the same time, it is not green. So what would your stance be on that?
Well, I understand 24 busing, throughout the final weeks, and, people are going to go and study overnight. But, from Monday through Thursday, who's going to take a bus around 4 o'clock in the morning? I don't know who's going to take one. And, if anything, if we can put more vans and use the vape prevention van, probably, save, if Monday through Thursday, it'd be, Friday through Sunday. If it's Friday to Monday. It'd be more reasonable to save on gas on top of that.
What makes you qualified for this position? Have you had any prior student involvement?
Yeah, when I attended the University of Tennessee, there was a couple of students there that were playing lacrosse, and they were trying to make a program out of it, a official SA men's lacrosse team. And I took initiative to start, writing down the Constitution, dealing with our budgets, and pushing it through the SA. I dealt with the committee before and explained what I was doing. On top of that, I also was the president of my GSA at Suffolk Community College and helped them put events and dealt with budgets and dealt with other schools.
What do you think is the most important policy to put in place in your platform?
It's got to be the safety conditions about the dorms, because you don't want no students to end up being dead. It's pretty much just, you know, it's pretty explanatory.
Would you say that there's any one particular issue that you probably, you know, it would be nice to have it pushed through, but it's just realistically not going to be able to happen?
The electronic textbooks and policies, that's gonna be really hard, especially when you're dealing with different companies, different books.
The last candidate, Ernesto, spoke about things that will have to be cut because the recent budget cut due to SUNY and things
Yeah,
will
the
have to cut back
500.
on. Now, what do you believe is we could cut, and why do you think we could cut that? What programs, or what
programs?
do you think we could cut?
Like you said before about the buses, probably Monday through Thursday, make it until like 2 o'clock at most, and cut those hours. We save money on gas, and we look at the contracts and see what we can do from there.
Jen?
Just simply, why do you think you're the best man for the job? What sets you apart from the other candidates?
Well, I met the other candidates. One through a press conference, the other one from a press conference also. And both of them didn't act as professionally as they should have. They both were acting on more emotions, more on their own personal agendas.
You're a transfer student for this year?
Yeah.
This is your first year? So do you think you have enough knowledge about the school or even about the essay to be running for president?
Well, you can say that to any candidate, but yeah, I think I have enough knowledge to run essay.
What would you say is the biggest problem on campus, besides the things you mentioned in your platform, which are obviously important?
Mhm.
You know, if there's one thing that really jumps out at you that's not in your platform right now, what would it be?
I really can't think of one, sorry.
Still have 5 minutes left. Let's see. Right now, what do you think is SA's biggest strength that you know, if you were elected to the position, you would say, you know, that's something that's in your arsenal to really push your agenda?
Push mine? Maybe the carpool. It's like just push like cutting down the buses and pushing the carpool because that shouldn't be such a major transition. So that's I can push through.
How would you have handled some of the situations that SA has had this year? Some of the problems. How would you have handled those situations?
What type of situations though?
The impeachment process
impeachment?
and rerunning. What do you think?
Well, the campaign process is way too short, but I know that they want to move as quickly as possible, as smooth as possible too. It's not really giving an opportunity for all the candidates to pretty much campaign, giving us actually like 5 days. The impeachment process with Hassan, I think it was fair. It was like 2,600 votes. I mean, 100 names petition. I think it was reasonable, like, take him out of office. And what he did was morally wrong.
Can you explain the carpool?
Okay. Pretty much is, I want to make a couple of lots where there's like a security guard or like, have you ever, do you know the HOV lanes? No? Alright. There are lanes specifically for more than 2 people allowed to use. If you have one person using it, you're not allowed to use it. For carpool lots, I want the same idea going through. Like, if you have a roommate, you two would go in, just go through a security guard and park in that lot. And we're designated for specific hours, like in the morning and like rush hour.
Or is that just one person?
Hmm?
That is one person going and parking
Yeah.
in front?